Hello, welcome back. That was scary. I just literally came straight into the game and a lady in purple walked straight past me, just gone down there. But it was like, when you hear footsteps totally right next to you, it was just literally like that. Well, do you know, I had a monster session on the old stream farm. I just wanted to come and, just have a bit of fun. Now, I have been thinking about this. This is primarily a forestry map, but it is an actual forest of beauty. But obviously, our section is that entire section was logged. That's fairly obvious from the bits of log that was strewn about, and we've got that bit to do. I will treat this properly as a logging thing. We will lease probably, my favourite, if I'm honest. We'll go for the Scorpion King. I'm not a massive fan of the others. Although, in saying that, I have never used... Yes, let's have a look. I have never used... So I suppose, should I? I've never been a massive fan of the Komatsu. I always find the boom too short. Always. I used to love... My favourite was the Ponzi Buffalo, if I'm honest. And if that's anything like the Buffalo, then that would be nice. So look at the boom length, and it's extendable the same as the Scorpion King. Yeah, it is just the Buffalo was the one that was like this, that had also the cutting head as well. You could swap it, and the cages. It was a modded one, I do realise. Yeah, I've never tried the Rotney. Yeah, that looks nice. And I have never tried you either. You two, the crane. Yeah, the forwarder. Okay. Just do I break from the norm? Actually, it's 100 and something thousand. It's going to be costing me another 10 grand to be leasing the others. So why not stick with one thing I love? Let's try though. Let's go for what I'm used to. Okay. No, I'm not used to. Used to do the... Oh, that's changed an awful lot. Ah, that's more like it. Can you go them... Actually, do I need this? I don't really need program, do I? Just looking at the... Oh, now that's what I'm used to. That's my favourite. 20 grand. I think we should do. I'm not going to do it this session, but yes, I reckon. Yeah. Shall I go something new? I'll leave it open to you, the viewers and subscribers. If you have a preference, then I don't. I'm not a massive fan of the Komatsu. I always found the boom length was a little bit short when I used to use it. Definitely my favourite always was the Scorpion King, through definitely lots of use, although it was a modded one I used to use. When did I use that on? In FS19 on... Alien Jim's North American map. I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called, although it's one of my... It's funny, it's not one of most people's favourites of Alien Jim's, but it is one of mine. I love his American map. I did think that was amazing. There was a forest right in front of the biogas plant, and I literally bought that patch of land, stripped the entire forest, and I used to use the Buffalo, which was stroke forward, a stroke cutter. It was reversible. I used to love that. Actually, it became my firm favourite, but it isn't released in this particular, in this universe. So, if you have a preference for a proper tree harvester, please leave a comment, and I will use that. I will endeavour to have a go, whether it's the Rotner, however you pronounce that, or the good old-fashioned Scorpion King, or if you really want me to, I don't mind use the Komatsu. I will leave the weapon of choice to you, the viewers. Right, now then, let's think about what we've got to do. Now then, shall we... I am actually, if I'm all honest, I'm a bit bailed out. I've just literally come from... Let's have a look, actually, yeah, Field 10's right next to us, though. We don't need to lease either, we've got everything now. Let's have a look. I think we'll make short work of this. 10 and 12. They're right next door. Yeah, okay. Do we want to do this? Do you know, I don't really. If I'm honest, I'm going to be totally honest. I literally have just come from the worst bailing session in my entire time on Farming Simulator, period. Any Farming Simulator universe, whether it's FS19 or FS22, I can honestly say that it was horrific. So, I don't mind if we, for once, we fertilise this. If we just speed up time and get our, it'll be nice. Let's have a saunter. We're gonna chill. We've fertilised this. We'll speed up time until these are ready to take in. We're gonna cash these in, and then we'll take it from there. It will be about August, I would imagine. So we've still got more cuts left from this. So, with that in mind, let's do exactly that. But there will be tree harvesting coming. We will strip that land. And what I am going to do is I am going to replant. But I'm not sure I'm not going to buy another strip of land from the profits. I'm going to just, I'll explain myself before moving on. Because this is more about having a fun session. I always do that. Your mouse disappears the first time you click into this. Yet another flaw within the system. Yeah, obviously we own all of that, and there's an awful lot of logging up there. So we're going to strip that down, which is going to give us a farmyard. I am going to try to extend, I said this, to 10 and to 12 in time. So it may be that this section here isn't a bad one to actually buy. What I would like to do is, if that was the case, the bit in between, I always forget you can't see my mouse. If you look at 12 on the left hand side, in between what I call my field, because it's not got a field number, and number 12, that's that adjoining bit. What I think we should do is also strip that out of trees. No, that's not what I mean. No, not at all. I want to get where the top of our field is, the proper field. I'm going to make the top bit that we strip the trees out into our farmyard. Obviously there's also a little bit going towards in between our field and field 12. Again, I would chop all the trees out of that section if we bought, how much is that one? 105,000, that particular thing. Now I'd imagine we'd make that. If we didn't make that out of all those trees there, then there's something seriously wrong, and I'm going to come out of logging forever in FS22 if we don't make that type of money to buy that strip of land. So if we buy that strip, we'll continue to have whatever you decide that I should have, and we'll strip the trees from the equal top of our field going down to the top of field 12, so that we can make that into basically a massive field if we want, or just have some yard in between my field and 12. But then what we'll do is we shall plant lots and lots of trees in the top section above 12 that is that particular, let me just not highlight it. The one I'm going to click on now, that one there. Basically, if we would literally put lots and lots of planted trees to replace the trees we're going to chop down in those two sections to make that as dense as possible. It will mean though that we cannot travel through that top section because it will be like, going through a dense forest, but that's the price I'm willing to pay. Then what I'd like to do is be buying 10 and 12 so that we've got all of that massive area there. We may even have enough money to do that, is what I'm hoping. So that's the plans. Now we've got to make that happen. But for now, this particular session, we'll probably do that at the back end. We'll do another cut on this, we will, yeah, we do need some money. So what we're going to do now is we are going to speed time up. We are going to, always forget, you can't see, 2%. Right, so let's, oh, let me remind myself as well, what was in the sales? Oh yes, I do remember. Definitely right. Sleep till morning then, and yeah, still 8 o'clock is fine. It's still early enough in the year for it to be light. There we are. That's a little bit of growth. That should be 49%. Smashing. We'll go through till next morning. Is there anything else needs? Yeah, I know it needs rolling. I know that. I knew I'd take that hit. Truly. Is this? No, not you. Are you really? Oh, you are really long. Now that's not. I think that's a. Ooh, yeah, I would pay more for that design to have a solid one. That would serve us really well. We could higher buy. Let me just have a look. On this map, it would be, especially in time, something like the TLX 2020 or a proper lorry. If we got one on special, would be ideal for charging around the map. I am planning, I really do, I would like to streamline this. I think it's a fantastic map, and I think it's funny, I watched one of my favourite content creators have a look at Risoux Forest, and you could tell he'd got a downer straight away, and I thought, he was on about, oh, you've got to do forest, and I think, no you haven't. This is a beautiful forest. It is gorgeous. I am going to do some forestry because our strip of land and the one next door mean to, but then I'm going to plant lots of trees. Yeah, I don't want to strip. I don't want to be one of those strip it bare type merchants and then run away and just leave a decimated area. This is a beautiful, beautiful forest. Would you treat it thus? Would I get a license to strip this of? Maybe the world is a corrupt place. Perhaps I would. But yeah, nevertheless, we're going to treat this as the beautiful area that it is, where people walk through. Even Mr. Angry. This is a place where even Mr. Angry walks and enjoys his thing to get through the stresses of life. You can see he's stressed. Look at him holding his hands. Wow. Yeah, anyway, let's get out of his way in case Mr. Angry... No, she is enjoying herself. She's having a relaxing walk, walking through this beautiful area. Now, if we rip all these trees out, they will have no nice place to walk. So yeah, we're not going to do that. Do you know, they really love our equipment in this place. They're always stopping and having a look at our stuff. It's amazing. Right, anyway, seriously, yeah. So I am going to take some trees out, but I'm not going to decimate the entire area and leave it a mess with just tree stumps, and even though I would chop the tree stumps down. Yeah, and we will do this properly. I can use... Yeah, we can use the lumberjack mod to actually do that, so yeah, it's not the end of the world if we do that. Or we might, if you wish me to use a proper tree stump cutter, I don't mind. I really don't. I just always, well, to be honest, I very rarely use it. I haven't used one for ages, but I will gladly on this, because it seems very fitting that if I'm going to cut some trees down, which we've got to in this to make our farmyard, then let's do that really well. We have bought this plot of land, so we are allowed to do it. Have I got my light on? No, I haven't. Right, anyway, we have seen what's on sale, and I'm tempted, very, very tempted to actually buy that. But, not that. And design 2. Let's change this. Now, why does this always keep forgetting? It used to always remember once you'd done your license. Ah, after an update, of course. Yes. Resets things then, doesn't it? We're going to go out and we're going to say yes. Even though it's going to leave us absolutely skint. Right, so then now let us wait till tomorrow morning, where these should be completely fermented, and we will earn some money. Yeah. Yeah, it's still good enough at 8 o'clock in the morning. September onwards, really, it starts to go the other way. We're not that late in the year yet, although we are nearly. Right. Oh, wow, that's a good tick up. That's one of the best I've ever seen. Smashing. So 98%. So if we leave this till 9 o'clock, these will all be ready, and this will be completely ready to harvest tomorrow morning. The second growth stage. So yeah, we will do another cut before we move on to the forestry, I think. So we will wait till tomorrow morning, but we are going to literally go and grab... Yeah, we're going to literally take that back now. Grab the... I'm going to time-lapse this because it is going to be really boring, me doing all of these bales. So I'm going to say my words. What I'm going to do is take these back, cash them in, then we shall come out of the time-lapse, coming back into the fields when we've taken them all and sold them. And let's have a look to see what price we are getting, and let's this time not leave it at wheat. Let's actually go down to see how much silage we are getting. 276 and rising. Yeah, this is a bad time of year to sell, but what can we do? We need to sell. Yeah, we cannot really afford to wait until we have a perfect price. We cannot. Let's fill this. Right, okay, I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Okay, I'm going to come out of time-lapse a little early. I am a little bit confused now, because we've been here lots of times with silage bales and sold them, and yeah, I mean obviously there's been a map update and that has been changed, so I thought, oh, that didn't work, so let's take them there, but that's not working either. That's bizarre. Hang on, is it one, have they changed it where you need to click on something to make it happen? That I've seen that before, where you get the blue icon to... Maybe. No, that's cut open bale. Am I on the... It's possible. Let's have a look. Yes. Things have changed. We knew there was an update on this very map, and I can see there's an awful lot changed. Now, hang on a minute. Let me just check. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just Rochette Sharp. It really is. So it's got to be that there is one of them little thingies. But normally they're not actually on the thing. That's normally the dump icon. So I'm a little bit confused as to why all of a sudden my silage is not selling. No, nothing to do with that either. I didn't think it would be, but hey ho. You never know. Well, Rochette Shop certainly definitely takes this as it shows there. So, yes, I am a bit, yeah. This is definitely flummoxed me somewhat. It's the repair. Wow, with doing this before, obviously I know there's been changes, so I would have thought if there was anything, it would obviously be here. But yeah, that's a no. And it's a no over there. So Rochette has decided that they are not buying our bales for some reason. No, that's the... yeah, wow. Okay, this is... yeah. I am at a loss for words as to why this is not working. I really am. Do you see what I mean about these people loving our equipment? Absolutely love it. Really do. Right. Let's just pick these ones up. Oh, we've just gone through that lady. Good job that she's a ghost. Oh. Huh? Hang on a minute. Which one sold and why? What? Now I am confused. Okay. Now we haven't got any bales missing from there, so it can't be from there. I can't for the life of me. No, I did bring one set of 3, I think. I'd have to check in editing to make sure that's right. Wasn't paying that much attention. I know we wanted one set of 3, but that's no guarantee that... Yeah, well they are definitely dropping on that square, so it's not like they haven't got opportunity to sell, and they're not. Wow, I am very confused right now. Whoa, yeah, that is a sack truck. Right, well, I am somewhat confused. Definitely. Somewhat. Absolutely, yeah, well. that one bale did sell, or part of a bale. 977 is... No, it probably is 277. No, times 6.5 would be a lot more than that. So whether it's selling them slowly, and I have no reason why to know if there's a limit, as if it's a biogas plant. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a look what productions we've got actually from the map, whether the map maker has... Yes, indeed. They have. 150,000. No, that's not the map maker, is it? That one is, though, I would imagine. Is it, or is that another mod? Now that's very reasonable, the mini PGA. Wow, that's fantastic. Sugar beets, manure, slurry, straw. It is straw, isn't it? Straw, cut sugar beets and potatoes all produce digestate, power. Yeah, 55 grand. Well, I was coming here to sell rather than to have to spend money, but if something's gone wrong, yeah, I don't know what to say. Because obviously we can see the Rochettes. Well, we know we bought enough bales to this place to know that Rochette takes these, and they certainly aren't taking them at the minute. So I have no idea why that is the case. We are definitely within the chevroned area. Now, my bales were not silage to begin with, but then obviously I spent time up and they would have been. So let's just give this every chance by... Although they're silage now. Could it confuse a trigger if you hit the trigger and they weren't and then they changed? Possibly. Who knows? Ooh. It will all reset. I am sorry for the clumsiness though. Just trying to get... Oh wow. Whoa. Let's just move those. What the trigger is, funny triggers do get affected by... hang on, has the trigger placement moved? Okay. That's bizarre. Let's go grab from the other side where we can. And then we should try this again. That bale, this pallet we always manage to get. It will reset, however. It will. Whoa. Okay. So it had absolutely nothing to do with the map at all. It was basically to do with the fact that I dropped that down in the beginning and they weren't fermented completely. They were at 98%, and by the time we had finished doing that, then everything was good. So let's go grab the rest. Right, I'm going to go back into time lapse now that we've discovered my error, and I'm going to see you guys and girls on the other side. What is that? 94 grand. That is, yeah, super duper duper. Absolutely amazing. Now, I'm trying to think. Let's have a quick look. Do we grab a dolly for now? Ooh. I do like that. I do, very much. Hang on a minute. That says 3,000. It did say 3,500 if you were on the right one. So that is smashing. Decal standard. Cards. Ooh, they're nice. Oh, my life, yes. They are nice. But you know, main colour. What? That must be, it's got to be decals. Right, let's buy it. Ooh. Right, let's try something. Yeah. Do need to repair the trailer. Don't know how badly damaged it is, but it is damaged. So let's repair that. I do love H2 Studio stuff. Absolutely amazing. Right, let's repair this. No, let's not fold it yet. Let's wait. Whoa. Not a mind reader, mate. I'm not. It's very naughty. Now then. Go around more than that. Definitely. Ooh. Length of that? I don't somehow think you're going through there like you think you are. Not unless you really, really pull round tight. Yeah, that's more like it. Right, let's try something. I didn't realise as well that these sheds are obviously for our use, yes, but they will do for things over this. Let's unfold that. And let's stick that. Let's see if we can put the bale trailer on the back. Now that is my kind of trailer. That we could literally take our entire set of something like the TLX 2020 though I might add, because yeah, I think even the Mighty Massey might struggle with the entire set of tractors and that on that. Yes, it'd be a good way for ferrying things from the shop, big things. Ooh. Yeah, that's maybe... I think we needed to reverse on, personally, to make that work. If you can get the Anderson bale trailer, as long as it is on there, then it will serve as well for almost anything. Do you know, that guy is really asking for it. He keeps on, yeah. Do you know, we're not mind readers. Dangerous equipment and all that, you know, health and safety. Ooh. That is tight. Wow, that really is tight. Certainly no room for any mistakes. That's about it. Yeah, you could still get something else on after that as well. That's amazing. Right, has it got straps? That is the question. Has it got straps? Indeed it has. And plenty of them. Yes, I do not regret it. That's what I saw, and I thought that could be really an absolutely stupendous asset. I think that will come in very handy. And as always, thank you H2 Studios for such a fantastic dolly at such a reasonable cost. Amazing. I probably will be collecting a TLX 2020 at some point soon, but we need to build up our reserves a little bit after that. Right, let's sneak through. Do you like my Hansel and Gretel breadcrumbs? He says he can't see his red. Where are you? I can't see you. Oh, there it is on the right, yeah. There is also, one thing I didn't realise the first time I did this, there is a natural rock formation that also is very useful. There's a good vantage point for there on the right hand side. So if you head roughly for that, you're not far off. Then you should see our other red. Wait, at some point. Says at some point there. Smashing. It's not perfect, but it does work. You've got to be careful not to knock them over, of course. Yeah. I must admit, I did say that I got turned around. I've usually got a good sense of direction, but these trees can really turn you around. So, right, I think. Smashing, fantastic. Right, we'll leave that on there for now. It's not hurting. Right, we shall speed up till the last final growth stage, and we shall leave it at that for the cuts next time. And yeah, this time we are we going to do some baling contracts, or are we going to get on with cutting the forest whilst the weather's reasonable in the beginning of autumn is just beginning now. I think we'll do our last autumnal cut tomorrow, which would be September. Let's speed time up. Let's literally go through to September. We shall move it along as well. 9 o'clock now, I think. It does get darker. I always say that because it does in the UK, because we turn our clocks forward and backwards. I always forget that not everybody does do that. So when I say, yes, fantastic, brilliant. Right, let's look at my favourite time of the day. So, next session, cut the grass for our last time. I say that we may get a partial cut in November, but we may be too busy chopping trees. So, yeah, I'm not going to really worry about that. There also are those 3 bales that are on the other thing. So next time we take something with a front loader, we'll go and sort those out. Right, let's have a look what's on sale. Mr. Angry. No, I've already got a header. We really need a harvester. £530 horsepower. So that got a back 3-point link. But is it a back 3-point link that only works for spraying? I know we can't afford it. I'm just thinking future, the same as a 7R. Very we do in time when we can afford things like that. I would like to buy another tractor. I truly would, to be a bit more stable. Like the Fendt GT, it has got wheel weights now and four-wheel drive. They do make a difference. I was on the old Stream Farmer. They do make a massive difference with having those on. Also, although I said this was the most stable weight, with the wheel weights on, the self-made weight actually makes this quite stable. So yeah, it's not perfect because of it is a long tractor. Although I suppose, looking at it, is it really that much longer? I think the biggest thing to this, I'll just show you. One of my favourite tractors modded has dropped in the mod hub, and it is a perfect baling machine. Let me just show you. I actually did call it this. It is absolutely always was. It's one of the few tractors that can roll over bales and actually get away with it. The HDZ 17221. I've forgotten the word again. It's an articulated tractor, and it seems to, and not only that, it's also very, very heavy. Very, very heavy. So it would be useful for dragging heavy things. Yeah, I do like the Deutz as well. It's just its speed is the only thing, and it's quite fast as well. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking for our fourth team member. The Massey probably, because it's got the front loader as well. We could use that as the main front. We need stability with the front loader. We may in time, if we got a telehandler, it would sort the problem out. This could then just have its swap body on all the time. If I'm honest, it would be fantastic. Yeah, but to trust plus which I suppose. Yeah, we're going to be grabbing trees more than anything. No, we'll stick as we are. I'm happy with that, thinking about it. That's his main job soon, is going to be lifting trees. Now we've got the Anderson, really. All that rushing around that we did and dropping over, that should be a thing of the past. Right, anyway. This is where I'm leaving it. So we have our bales to... we did fertiliser, I remember doing it. We have this to cut next time. Cut bale. And I think we'll leave the workers doing that whilst we go and grab the harvester of choice. I am going to post this though and give you an opportunity. Obviously, the only trouble is with this type of thing is obviously you post. I will have to look at the comments on YouTube within a day or two before, and yeah. In that case, I tell you what I'm going to do to give a bit more time. Next session I'm going to cut that, and we may do baling contracts to bring in a bit of money as well, so that I can give everybody an opportunity to answer my question of 1 second, let me try and think of the best way to frame this. Yeah, what tree harvester you would like me to hire, lease. I will use whatever everybody wants me to. If nobody replies or in time, I've got to give this a short window because we've got to keep the Let's Play moving, to be honest. So, what are we going to use? A Rotney, a Komatsu, or my favourite, the Scorpion King. Or the Cobra as well. There's a Cobra now as well, isn't there? I believe. I did look at that. That is... yeah, that beast as well. I don't mind. I have no problem at all. The only thing I'm going to say is obviously that is 100 grand more. No, not 100, is it? Yeah, the Rotney's one of the dearest, isn't it? How much is that to lease? 23. There's not much in it, is there? Looking at it. To 19, yeah, do you know, it's much of a muchness. Honestly, whatever you'd prefer me to use, if anyone's got a preference, please put it in the comments and I will use the tree harvester of your choice, and we will get cutting some trees down to make our farmyard so we can put some sheds down, definitely. And also, as I said, with my plans that I mentioned earlier, so that we can buy this one in between, and we will do the same. We're not going to decimate the trees at the top. Oh, that is the point. It's going to make my little red barrels a bit. Yeah, it is. But what we're going to have to do, if that is the case, we're going to have to go up higher to the end of our land and then across to field 2. So we'll just move the barrels, simple as. But yeah, we're going to make it very dense, the top section of the one that I've got highlighted, and the bottom section we're going to totally strip of trees so we can eventually join 12 and my field, as I've called it. Or should we call it 10A or 12A, or yeah. Again, if anyone would like this is, I did say this last time, I don't class this as my Let's Play, it's our Let's Play. So please, if you have any preferences for anything, any suggestions, please drop them in the comments and I will promise to listen and respond quite quickly. And anyway, without any further ado, 94,183 is where we've left it, a lot healthier than earlier. So tomorrow, cut the grass and probably contract to give you the opportunity. I'm going to post this later to give you the opportunity. Look, see what I mean? Admiring the don't know where she's looking at, the front loader by the look of it. Yeah, they love our equipment on this in this land. Yeah, they love agriculture. Anyway, without any further ado, I do hope you're going to continue with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.